Oh God, am I an idiot? It's one of those days. Come on, Ovi. Come on, buddy. It's one of those weeks, actually. Come on, bud. Hold on. Probably should have waited until I got to my house. I'm tired. I feel like I got a newborn again. Come on, buddy. Stupid me. All right. Hey, Crime Canary. Long time no see. I can't believe I did that. I woke up this morning. Well, we woke up late. And, oh, come on, let's go out. Woke up late for camp this morning. Totally late. I don't know how, because I woke up like 3 times this morning. And I must have just laid back and dozed off. And then, so yeah, we were late. So I'm like, oh my God, I got a vet's appointment at 10:30. I don't know why I thought it was at 10:30. So I'm like rushing to get my son out of the house, myself out of the house. And I'm sitting in the parking lot at the vet's office. I finally get there. I'm like 10 minutes early, which never happens because I'm never early to anything. And sure enough, I'm like, I see all these people getting out of the car and pulling up, and I'm thinking, why would they schedule this many people? Because it's a small vet's office. There's only like one room, I think, one exam room. Like, it's super small. And I'm like, that's weird. There's like 5 cars here. Like, why would they do such a thing? So I'm like, let me look at my appointment. And I look at my appointment and it says 12. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm such an idiot. I don't know how I did that. But just another day in my life. Come here, Ovi. Come here, buddy. Where you going? You want to eat breakfast? Oh my God. I'm so stupid. Thank God I looked. Imagine I got out of the car, brought him all the way in. Oh my God. Whatever. It's right around the corner, thank God. So, good morning. I figured I'd go live and kill an hour, whatever I have, an hour and a half. I just can't believe I did that. I don't know how I did that. I don't know why. I do this all the time. It's, I guess, part of having ADHD. Like, I'm not good at remembering appointments. And I know everybody's like, you should write it down. But, like, I'll forget where I wrote it down. Or, like, I'll put it in my phone and I'll forget to look at it. Thank God for those texts that they send you. But I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I got 10:30 from in my head. I don't know why I had 10:30 in my head because, like, that's not even close. 12 o'clock and 10:30. Eat your breakfast. Come on. Here, eat, eat. Manja. Here, right here. There's the food. Eat it. Not me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yesterday, I swear to God, I'm like having no luck this week. So yesterday, I'm like standing out on my porch and I think I was texting somebody and I'm smoking a cigarette. And all of a sudden, like I felt something on my back. Hey, stop biting. Stop biting. I felt something on my back for a second. And I'm like, what the hell is that? You know, like, so I move. All I did was move. I didn't even like touch it. I just kind of like moved. It felt almost like a piece of hair was on my back. Here, you want this instead? Here. Oh, what's in there? Food? Yeah, play with that. So I like moved just a little bit, and all of a sudden I feel this like stinging sensation in my back. And I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, oh, I think I just got stung by a bee. And I look back and I see the bee like flying. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, well, it's going to die now, right? Because usually when they sting you. So it didn't hurt like that bad. So I'm like standing there. like, I'm like just standing there and I'm like, I'm trying to like kind of figure out, like, did I actually just get stung or not? Like, what the hell just happened? Because it felt like it was like 2 spots. Like, it was so weird. So I'm like standing there trying to like figure out if the thing actually stung me or if I was just like feeling things. And all of a sudden I look at my reflection in my front door and I see the bee is like still on my back. And now I'm like freaking out. I'm like screaming. I'm like, motherfucker, this fucking thing. I'm like screaming so loud. My neighbors probably thought I was like getting murdered. Like, I finally get the thing off my back. It was like this huge fucking hornet, dude. Thing was huge. So I couldn't see because it's on my back. I couldn't tell if the stinger was still in there. Let me tell you, man, that shit hurt. Whatever it was either a wasp or a hornet. That fucking hurt, dude. Those things hurt. Oh, I hate bees. I'm like, I didn't even bother it. I was literally just standing there, smoking a cigarette, minding my fucking business, and this stupid thing had to land on me and sting me. I fucking hate bees. Fuck bees. Fuck bees. Stupid thing. Wasps, whatever the fuck it was. A bee, a wasp, whatever. I'm like, you son of a bitch. That shit stung so bad. Like, it took like a couple of seconds. I felt it when it stung me, but like, then I didn't feel anything. So I was like, not sure. And then all of a sudden, I moved my shoulder, and that's when I could like feel it. And I couldn't tell if the stinger was out because I couldn't like reach the spot on my back where it stung me. Oh my God. I'm like having no luck this week. I get bit by a dog, stung by a wasp. Like, anything else? Anything else want to happen this week? It's hot, so they're more aggressive. Oof. Oh, it left a bruise where it stung you, Carla? Yeah, they fucking hurt, dude. Fucking hate bees. I like went so long in my life not getting stung by a bee ever, right? The first time I got stung by a bee, I'll never forget this. I was riding my bike with my friends, and there was like, we were on the sidewalk, and there was one part in the sidewalk where you would hit, you know, this bush, so you kind of had to ride around it. So I like hit into the bush. This thing stung me, and I just like fell off my bike. Like, I just fucking went down like a ton of bricks. Hey, let go of my pants. Stop it. Ovi, stop biting. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. Stop. Come on, stop with the biting. Here you go. Bite that. Here, take this. Here, come here. Ovi, stop biting me. Here. There you go. That's good boy. And then the second time, no, that might have been the second time actually. The first time I got stung, I think it was when I was in my friend's pool. I was in like 6th grade. I don't know how I managed to never get stung by a bee up until that point. So I'm like, I'm in my friend's pool, and we got out, we were like jumping in and out of the pool, and she had rabbits like in a cage. And I went to go look at the rabbits, and a fucking bee stung me right in the eye, dude. Like right in the eyelid. That shit fucking hurt. And then the best was, there's a little TMI on this one, because I've only gotten stung like maybe 4 or 5 times in my whole entire life. This one was, this is a little TMI, but I was getting dressed, okay? One of my ex-boyfriends, this is like a long time ago, was over my house. So I was getting changed, So I take my pants off and everything, and I go sit down on my bed, okay? And mind you, I have nothing on. There's nothing on my bottom half, right? I sit down on the bed, and I thought I sat on a thumbtack. Like, that shit fucking hurt like a bitch. I sat on a fucking bee. Literally sat on it. That shit hurt. And then there was another time. This time was horrible. I was getting in my car, and the bee flew up. I had like bell-bottom pants on because they were in styles. It was like the early 2000s, right? I get in my car, and the bee flew up my pant leg. Fucking motherfucker. And stung me in the leg. Like, I just have no luck with bees. There was one more time I got stung. I think it was the last time. Not the last time, but actually, no, I'm sorry. There was 2 more times. I stepped on a bee once in my backyard when we moved here, because we had those little white flowers that grow in the grass. So I did it once, and then Jesse did it once. And so I don't walk in my backyard barefoot anymore on the grass. But there was another time. This was the weirdest time, because I was at my mom's house, and it was actually my aunt and uncle came over because they were giving my mom one of their dogs. And so they came over and hanging out. It was like the middle of November at night, at like 9 o'clock at night. I go out on my mom's back deck to smoke a cigarette, and a fucking bee stings me. I'm like, my aunt's like, only you, Leanna. Like, only you would get stung by a bee at 9 o'clock at night in the middle of the winter. Because, like, why are bees even out at night? I got no luck with bees, dude. Fucking hate bees. Thank God I'm not allergic to them. My husband got stuck. Oh, in the lip. Oh, my God. Dude, I hate bees. I fucking hate bees. And I don't fuck with them. If I see a bee near me, like, I don't swat at it. I don't get them angry. They just sting me, though. I don't know why. Maybe they're on, like, a suicide mission. Because don't they die after they sting you? Or they're supposed to, right? Oh, my God. Well, I made sure that the bee that stung me yesterday died. He, like, landed on the chair. I went inside and got the bug spray. I'm, like, spraying the shit out of him. I'm like, you motherfucker. I fucking hate bees. No offense to anybody that likes bees, but I'm not a fucking fan. Oh, Ben, I got shot with a BB gun. My brother had this one friend. He was like Dennis the Menace. Like, this motherfucker used to just love hurting me. I swear to God. He takes the BB gun one time and he pumps that shit like as many times as you could pump it. And he's like, 10, 9, 8. He's like, get inside. So I'm like running fast as I can. And he just starts fucking shooting it at me. And he shot me in the leg. And then there was another time, this kid just loved hurting me. I don't know why. There was another time that like we had slingshots. I don't even know why my mom bought us this shit. When I think back, I'm like, I would never let my son have a slingshot. I don't even like him having Nerf guns. I mean, he has them, but like I fucking hate them. Like, I hate Nerf guns. So my mom buys us fucking slingshots, but she gets the wrist rocket thing, which like all it is basically like a brace so when you pull the slingshot back, it doesn't bend backwards at all. It fucking like braces itself on your wrist. So it kind of steadies it. So my brother's friend, he's like, Leanna, he's like, pretend you're one of those ducks at the carnival. I didn't think he was actually going to fucking hit me, So I'm like, okay. Because like I used to just get hurt all the time when I was a kid. So I'm like, okay. So I'm running back and forth. This motherfucker takes an acorn and he fucking pulls the slingshot back as far as he can with the wrist rocket on. And that thing fucking, dude, it hit me right under my eye. I still have like a little scar from it. He hit me so fucking hard in the face. Oh my God. And I'm like, of course, he has like great aim, right? This kid. I deal with the ones that pollinate and all that good stuff, but the wasps and shit serve no good purpose. Yeah, they could go to hell. This kid always used to hurt me, dude. Like, he was like such a bully, this kid. He hurt me all the time. He was one of my good friends because I grew up with this kid my whole life, but he was rough, dude. He used to hurt me. He held a knife to my throat one time when we were kids. Like, our parents obviously didn't watch us that good. I'm like, his mom used to like buy him like all this shit. He had BB guns and fucking, slingshots and knives. Why are you buying your kid a knife? I don't understand. Things were so different in the 80s. Now we're such pussies. I'm like, Jesse, put your Nerf gun away. Make sure you have your goggles on. Like, we used to get so hurt and nobody cared. You know how many times I fell off my bike and like fucking killed myself? Like, no helmet. I survived. We're such babies now. Like, you gotta put your helmet on. My cousin actually sent me a video the other day, and this guy was saying that Generation X sucks or some bullshit. So it was like a TikTok video, so that how you could like respond. So the guy's like, he's like, oh yeah, he's like, he's going through all the things that like we used to have, we used to do when we were kids. How we used to ride our bikes with no helmets and shit. Like car seats. Like, what the fuck is a car seat? It's really amazing that we survived. Yeah, Ben, we used to play. Dude, I had a set of lawn darts. like legit lawn darts. Those things got like outlawed because some kid like killed another kid or some shit with those. Like we had the most dangerous toys ever. But look, we all survived. Hey, Life Rewinded. So, anyway, we used to get fucking hurt, dude. I don't know if I'm part of Generation X or fucking a millennial, but because when I look it up online, I am literally right on the cusp. I was born 1981. So some websites say I'm a millennial, which I'm like, no, And then some websites say that I'm Generation X. So I have no idea, but I identify, right? Because that's what we all do now. We could identify as whatever the fuck we want. I identify as Gen X. I feel like I relate more with Gen X. But I remember the day I looked that up and I was like, no. I was like, I'm not a millennial. They say like after 1981. I think I go by, I'm the last graduating class of the 1900s. I'm Gen X. Okay. That next year when people started graduating in 2000s, they're fucking millennials. They're millennials, not me. Mm-hmm. Prime Canary. We're right on the cusp. We have, uh, you know, we have features from both. Like I didn't graduate. I graduated the last year of the 1900s, so I think I should be part of Gen X because I think it should go by when you graduated. Because why would they cut it off at 1981? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you not putting makeup on? I'm sorry, Freddie. I know, right? My name is Makeup Mobster, so why are you not eating McDonald's right now? Like, you should be eating McDonald's because your name is McDonald, so you should just eat McDonald's every day. Like, every day. So, let's talk about the purple elephant in the room for a second, shall we? I wasn't, I don't want to. I want to bring this back up because I know it dredges up old feelings for people. I just have to say this, okay? I was in Randy's yesterday, you know, and Mama T Belly's being a total troll. Let's just be honest with ourselves. This woman's just trolling. She said it. She said it, at some point in time. I think I was watching Randy or Wendy's, one of their lives. And she basically said that she's like using us to get more subscribers. Okay. So she's going around, she's stirring the pot, like she jumped up on Randy's panel yesterday. Some people seem to think she was being sincere. I don't, because if you listen closely, she keeps laughing. She's doing that condescending, Wendy V laugh where she's just laughing. And I personally don't take it seriously because I feel like she's being a smartass. I don't feel like I don't think she cares. I just don't think she cares. So I feel bad for Wendy and Randy, okay? Because, we didn't always get along, but when the whole thing with Diane happened, with the whole St. Jude shit, and I know nobody wants to relive that, so I'm not trying to relive that. I really felt bad for them because I personally don't think that either one of them had any idea what was going on. And then everybody is holding them responsible because they were the ones here. They were the ones here to pick up the pieces during that whole thing. And it's not fair. I'm sick of seeing it at this point because, this happens a lot. It does. It happened in my own family. My family holds me responsible for something that somebody else did, right? Because I was the one who was told about it. And then I was the one who brought it to light in my family, within my family. So there's resentment towards me from certain people in my family because I'm the person that brought it to light, and I had to tell everybody. I had to be an adult and make a decision, to tell people. And I did. And they hold, not everybody, but there's certain people in my family that hold me responsible. And it's like, dude, I'm not the one who committed a crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, so why are you mad at me? I get it in a sense, but at the same time, it's kind of bullshit to be mad at me about what somebody else did, because it wasn't my fault. But So I guess in that sense, I relate with Randy and Wendy because, they didn't do anything. Um, they didn't do anything. Diane, on the other hand, I just feel like I have to address her. I've never addressed her. I think I was during that whole time, I kind of, felt bad for her in a sense. Not like I was mad at her, what she did, but just to see everybody, I don't know. I guess that's just how I am. When I see somebody going through a hard time, I feel bad. That's just how I am. Somebody that I was friends with, I probably don't have that same empathy for Laura, but I did at one time too. When everybody was ganging up on Laura, I did feel bad at one point in time for her, because I was like, well, man, that's just got to be horrible. Now I feel like she deserves it. She deserves every fucking bit of it because she's just heartless and fucking evil. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. No, T-Belly wasn't genuine at all. Notorious ass. Here's the thing. And if Diane's listening, I hope she gets this message. I'm not trying to come down on her. I just hope she understands this. Okay. This is YouTube. We are never going to fucking live certain things down. I am still, okay, a year and a half later, having this shower thing thrown in my face all the time. All the time. I see it all the time on YouTube. And I mean, part of me thinks it's fucked up, and the other part of me expects it because it's fucking YouTube and it's the internet, and that's what people do. They hang on to the one thing that you fucking did wrong or you fucked up at, and they use it against you, and so I just have to suck it up and deal with it. If I'm going to be here, I have to understand and accept that as being part of YouTube from here on out, unfortunately. Like, do I like it? No, but I have to accept it. Okay. There's going to be assholes like Tracy and Mama T-Belly who are going to throw that shit in my face any chance they get. And I'm just going to have to take it. I mean, I can defend myself and stuff, but at the same time, I have to take it. But that was like an accidental thing. Okay. I don't want to rehash all the details of what happened to Diane. We all know the story, okay? Everybody has their own opinion. But she gets so angry, so fucking angry when people bring it up. And it's like, you can't, you can't come here. And this goes for everybody. Hold on, before you even get there. This goes for everybody, okay? Molly Golightly is never going to live down the stripper thing, okay? Laura's never going to live down going to a funeral and recording people. Like, there's just certain things that people do that they're never going to fucking live down, okay? Every time they fuck up, every time they do something, people are going to be there to remind them, okay? So you have to understand that the same thing is going to happen to you when you fuck up. There's going to be people there that hate you, and you have to fucking deal with that. That's your cross to bear. If you want to come back here, it's completely unrealistic for you to think that everybody's just going to be like, yeah, we're just going to ignore what happened with the St. Jude's thing, because that was a pretty big fucking thing. It's a pretty big deal. You misled a lot of people in the community about that, myself included. I haven't been back in her chats, and I don't hate her. I'm not on a fucking lynch mob against her, but I'm also not going to go back in her chats because I personally feel people don't have to agree with me, and I'm not judging anybody who wants to forgive her. If you have forgiveness in your heart for her, that's on you. That's not my problem. I'm not going to judge anybody that forgives her. But as far as my feelings go, I'm really mad. I feel like she hasn't fully owned it yet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she took a lot of, she made a lot of excuses because she heard a lot of people saying a lot of things. And it's like, I feel personally like if she was just honest from the beginning, okay, no matter what the situation was, stop biting me. Stop biting. No matter what the situation was, things could have gone totally different for her. She chose to handle it the way she chose to handle it. And so now that's part of the issue that people have with her. I feel like for me, that's a big part of the issue that I have with her is that she handled it the way she handled it was wrong. She left all her friends here to clean the mess up, okay? And now this isn't them saying this. This is me saying this. This is my perspective. She left all her friends here to take the shit, to take it. And they did take it, you know? And they still take it. And that's the part that I feel like she has like almost no remorse about. Like she's like, I'm sorry, but it just never sounds sincere. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's the way that she talks that it just never comes across sincere to me. I don't know if it's her voice or her tone or what it is, but there's something in her that when she does apologize, it sounds like she's annoyed while she's apologizing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It sounds forced to me. It just doesn't come across sincere. And again, I don't know if that's just her voice or her tone or what, but it just doesn't. I've heard her apologies, and I feel like her apologies always include things that other people said, and nothing's ever come straight from her heart. And there's never really been a good enough or full enough explanation of like why she did what she did. Do I think that Diane came here with an intent to scam people? No, I don't. I never felt that. You know, I was friends with her. I knew her, you know, more than just on YouTube, right? So I personally feel like Diane was busy calling everybody out, okay? Her channel, I look at the whole situation. I think that Diane's a person who's very, very image conscious, right? You know, she wants to project a certain image of herself. And, you know, at that point in time, she was kind of projecting that image. And then not only was she projecting the image that she wanted, but she was calling other people out, right, for their shitty behavior. And I think she just got carried away. I think her ego got in the way. You know, I think she got caught up in the whole thing. You know, it's like people are admiring her and loving her and respecting her. And that's a good feeling. It makes you feel good when all these people respect you and admire you, right? I mean, it would be a lie to say that that doesn't play some type of role in people's, you know, thinking here. It is like, oh, well, these people respect me, you know, and follow me and look up to me. And now, you know what I'm saying? I think what happened was she just started making too much money. And at a certain point in time, she decided it was too much money to be donating. And I've gotten shit for saying this before, but I get it. You know, parting with $100, you know, a month versus 1,500. It's a big difference, dude. You know, think of what you could do with $1,500. I think her ego and her pride got in the way. And this is the one thing that I've never heard her say. And if she says it now, it's just not going to come across as, you know, sincere. But that's my personal feeling. I feel like her ego and her pride got in the way. And instead of just telling everybody, listen, I'm not donating all my money to St. Jude anymore because it's too much money, she wanted to keep projecting that image that she was this giving, helping, you know, charitable person. And I'm not saying that she's not. You know, I know she gave money. I know she has helped people, but I think her ego got in the way, and she didn't want to let people down and tell people that she's not doing that anymore. And so she just kind of hoped that everybody would like forget about it. She stopped. If you notice, if you go back, because I was a mod on her channel, so I was in just about every one of her lives. The only time I wouldn't go in her lives, excuse me, was when she was like talking about people that I didn't know from the drama community, you know, then I wouldn't go in her lives. But most of her lives weren't really about the drama community for quite a while. From the time I met her, you know, till now or whatever, till this shit all happened. She really didn't talk about people in the drama community. Stop biting or you're going to go in your little box. So, you know what I'm saying? So like, she was at the very beginning when I first started modding for her, every live she would say, you know, all of our proceeds go to St. Jude's. And she did for quite a while. But then she kind of phased that out and she stopped saying it. And that must have been around the time that she stopped, you know, started making more money and stopped donating it to St. Jude. And she should have just been honest with everybody, but she chose not to be. She chose not to be. So I personally feel like her ego just got the best of her, which I could understand at times. Hold on a second. All right. Sorry. So, dude, stop biting. Come on. Here, come on. Eat your food or something. Here, come here. Eat. No. Go in there. There you go. So anyway, I don't know. That's just my personal, feelings. But like, she gets so angry when people bring it up, and I get it. She wants to move past it, but like, dude, this is YouTube. It's. I'm sorry, but that's the consequences that you have to deal with of your actions. There's gonna be people that are just never gonna fucking get over it. Never, never. The only problem I have is that she shouldn't have to. Well, she should have to. She should be the one dealing with those consequences, not everybody else at this point in time. Like, people need to stop holding Randy and Wendy responsible for what Diane did. Because it's bullshit. I understand she apologized yesterday. So, like, I get it. And anybody who forgives her, that's up to them. It's not up to me, you know? But, like, I listened to the beginning of her apology today, and I was just like, here we go again. She sounds annoyed. She sounds like she's annoyed that she has to apologize. Like, and again, maybe that's just her voice. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, Diane, come on. You have to understand what happened here and what your friends went through. And since nobody else will say it, I'll say it. Your friends went through fucking hell on here, dude. And I don't think you realize that because you're so caught up in how you went through hell. But you're the person who did this, not Randy and Wendy. Imagine having to go through hell for somebody else's actions. I mean, because I've been there before and it fucking sucks. It's a horrible feeling having to go through hell for somebody else's actions. It sucks. And I've also been in the same situation that Wendy and Randy have been in where somebody you love and care about did something horrible, okay, or did something shitty, and you don't know how to feel about it. You don't know if you should forgive them. You're angry, but you still care. And that's a really horrible feeling. Stop biting. Stop. That's a terrible feeling. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to drag this out, but she has to have some type of understanding that if she's going to come back here and try to pretend like nothing happened and to move on with her life, you could try, but it's going to be very difficult because nobody here lets anybody move on with anything. You can't move past things. They don't let you forget here. I don't forget any of the shit that I've done here, okay? Because there's constantly people reminding me about the shit I've said and the shit I've done, and it sucks. But I accept that as part of the job, so to speak, is like, if I'm going to be here and I'm going to come here, then I have to accept that. I have to accept all the shitty things that come with being here, which, that's one of them, is people constantly reminding you of things that you just want to forget. Because I would love nothing more than to forget some of the shit that has happened to me, but it's not happening. People are going to constantly bring it up and constantly remind you about it, whether you like it or not. And it's just kind of part of the job. You got it. Left and right. Hold on. Left and right. We're friends with Laura. I feel bad. I know I made plenty of comments to you. Dude, listen, I get it. Like, I knew that when I was going to be friends with Laura, it was going to piss people off. I knew that was going to happen. And I fully expected that to happen, because I knew how strongly everybody felt about her. My hope was honestly the opposite. My hope was that by being friends with her, maybe people would, calm down and see that, okay, she's not that bad, but it didn't go the way that I hoped for it to go, and lesson learned. Lesson learned. She needs to stop letting it trigger her. She does. And especially right now, I know she's going through a lot. I know her mom passed away. And listen, I get it. I get it. I get it. There's so much anger involved in grief, but you can't, take your anger out on the people who care for you and support you and are there for you. You know, just as an outsider looking in, I just feel like she's never fully acknowledged the hurt that she caused by running away and leaving her friends here to deal with the shit. I even get called a Diane supporter by people. And I'm like, how the fuck do you see that I support Diane? I have not been in one of her chats. I have not spoken to her. I have not engaged with her in any way, shape, or form. Except for like one time she came in my chat and super chatted me. I didn't ask her to do that, but I'm not in her chats. I'm not, I don't go, I've never gone back into her chats since she's come back here. I just don't, because I don't feel like I could support her at this point. I just don't. I don't hate her. I don't have any animosity towards her, but I also at the same time just feel like I can't, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to support her. So I stay out. I don't make a big deal about it. I don't vocalize it. I just stay away from her. That's just how I roll, because I know that there's people that forgive her, and that's like, who am I to tell somebody that, oh, you shouldn't forgive her? That's up to you, man. I don't know what type of friendship you had with her. If you want to forgive her, that's on you. I personally, I don't have anything to forgive her for, because she didn't do anything to me specifically. So I don't have anything necessarily to forgive her for, but at the same time, I just don't feel like I can support her, just given all the way she handled things and what she did. And I just, look, you made a mistake. Okay. We all make mistakes in life, but I feel like a lot of it is the way you handle that mistake afterwards is what really determines how people feel about you. I feel like that's a big part in people forgiving you is, the way you handle things. That's why Laura never gets forgiven, because she doesn't know how to fucking handle things when she makes mistakes. She doubles down, she'll double down on things. And then it's just like, well, who the fuck wants to forgive you now? Because you just doubled down on it, Like she said something horrible about Negs's, child passing away. And then she fucking doubles down on it. Well, who the fuck's going to feel bad for you after that? Maybe if you would have turned around and said, you know what, that was wrong of me to say, I would never want to hurt somebody's feelings like that. And you fucking own it right away. People are going to be more likely to forgive you in the end, But when you drag it out and you run and you hide and you let other people have to take the responsibility for your actions, it makes it so much harder for people to forgive you. It just does. I just feel like if she would have handled things, and I mean, should have, would have, could have, she can't change it now, but if she would have handled it all differently in the very beginning, I really think things would have went differently for her. I do. I feel like if she would have apologized right from the get-go and would have just owned what she did right from the beginning instead of having it, forced out of her, then I think this whole thing could have gone completely differently for her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's huge. And she did a lot of that. In my defense, she doesn't understand. Like, people hold you to your word on here, right? When you say things, people expect that you're going to follow through with those things. You're not allowed to change your fucking mind on here. I think we've all, as creators, I think we've all experienced that, right? Like, you are not fucking allowed to change your heart or your mind about anything on here, because people hold you to shit that you said 3 years ago. They're like, well, you said this, makeup mobster. You said this in 2018. So it must mean that you still feel that way. Well, no, my opinion might have changed as time went on because of circumstances changing, and now I feel differently about something. I have that right. But people here, they don't give you that right. You don't have that right on the internet to change your mind or your feelings about anything. You know, you should come on here, whatever beliefs you share, people expect you to stick by those beliefs until, you know, your dying day. And it's not reality, but that's the nature of the beast, you know, unfortunately. Like, I think one of my biggest lessons here that I've personally learned is that you cannot fucking control the internet. You can't control the internet. You cannot control this environment. The only thing you have control over is yourself. And that's it. You know, you cannot control other people. There's always going to be people that are assholes and haters. And you know what? You either have to accept that and deal with it, or, you know, I don't know. I mean, you know, it's really the only person you can control is yourself on here. That's it. I never super chatted to donate. It was always I wanted to support the channel. I was petty, but for the kids to piss, kids to piss off certain people, and we all did that. I would have super chatted whether she donated or not. And Crazy Gemini, I feel the same way. You know, the few times I personally super chatted Diane, which wasn't, you know, often, I felt the same way. I didn't care where the money went. I never cared where my money went, you know, because to be quite honest with you, I never really believed that she was giving all her money to St. Jude. I don't know about everybody else, but I was like, at the beginning I did, you know, but then as she started making more and more money, I just was like, dude, there's no way this woman's giving $1,500 away, you know, or $2,000. Cause like, I mean, you could see the amount of money she was making in her super chat. She was making tons of money. I just personally never felt that way. But there's people here, and I can't judge those people either, but there's people here that truly believe that she was giving all the money always. You know, they really believe that in their heart. You know, those people, I hope, learned a lesson that they should just donate directly to a charity, because that's how I always felt. I always felt it was stupid because I'm like, if I want to donate to a charity, I'll just go directly to the charity. Why would I go through another person? You know? So I don't know, but that's just my personal feelings about it. I always thought it was fucking crazy. No one is allowed to grow emotionally, spiritually. The way you treat people, there's a lot of fake fighters on here, because face to face it would be different. I promise. Oh, I agree. I agree. That's why I wish she was honest earlier, because it's just as awesome using your super chats to help people in the community. And you know what, too? I would have no problem with Diane saying, oh, you know what? I'm going to set an amount, right? Let's just say this is what she should have done, but she didn't do. I'm going to set an amount. I'm going to donate $200 a month to, you know, St. Jude's, or a percentage maybe. I'm going to take 5% of whatever I make and I'm going to donate it to St. Jude's from now on. And I don't think anybody here would have had a problem with that. Like I said, I think her ego just got in the way. And Diane, when you're sitting there calling everybody out for their behavior, right? You need to look perfect. You know what I'm saying? You do. Or you at least have to make people think that you're perfect, you know? So you're sitting there and your whole entire channel is basically dependent on calling out other people and their shitty behavior. Then you better make sure your fucking house is clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better make sure you're fucking perfect all the time. Well, I think that's what was going on there. And I think she just let her ego get in the way. She got carried away with the thought of, you know, looking like this perfect person, you know, that all these people were looking up to. And I get it. I get it. So for me, there's a lot of factors that came into play as to why she wasn't honest with everybody. And like, although I personally wouldn't have, you know, done what she did, I could kind of understand some of it, you know, not making an excuse for it, not saying that it's right. I'm saying that I can understand it, you know. You have to take in all the factors that come into play with why she probably wasn't honest with people. But only she knows that. That's just me, you know, what do you call it? You know, whatever. I can't think of the fucking word, but you guys know what I mean. Speculating. That's me speculating. You know, at the end of the day, nobody knows what was in her head except for her. And that's the problem. She's never shared her She's never shared what's in her head. You know, all she's done is go and scream, it's my money, it's my money. And that is, I'm telling you right now, Diane, that is not helping you, girl. I know for me, it's not. When I hear you say that, I kind of cringe a little bit. I'm not going to lie. When you get up on panels and you scream, it's my money, it's my money, it does make me cringe, because you were for a long amount of time telling people that it was going to St. Jude. So, you know, I understand it was your money once it got into your bank account, you know, technically, but there was a bunch of people out there who really thought that their money was going to help sick children. You have to acknowledge that. You have to acknowledge that. Stop screaming, it's my money, because that ain't helping you, girl. I think that gets people actually more angry with you when you do that. People do change their minds, Ash. And she had, see, here's the thing. She had a right to change her mind. You know, I think she did. I think that she just didn't want to let people down. You know what I'm saying? She has all these people looking up to her, and she didn't want to let all these people down and say, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to give all my money to, you know, I mean, look, even Wendy was still saying it, you know, and she didn't even tell her. She didn't even have the guts to tell her best friend, her closest friend, hey, you know what, Wendy, stop saying that, because I'm actually not donating all my money to St. Jude. You know, she didn't even have the heart to tell her friend, listen, that's not really the truth anymore. So let's stop saying that. She let Wendy continue on saying it, you know, and and I know Wendy really believed it in her heart, because how else would she know? But she totally had the right to change her mind about donating all that money to St. Jude. I would have, I'll be very honest with you guys, you know, I would have been like, wow, you know, the $100 I was giving versus now, you know, $1,000 or $900, that's a big difference right there. And I don't know what her financial situation is at home. You know, a lot of people on here try to make it look like they're doing better than they're doing. Maybe she wasn't doing as good as she was doing. That's none of my fucking business. But I'm just saying that could have factored into things too. You know, but you have two different groups of people. You have people who try to understand the situation, like myself, and I'm not happy about the situation. I don't like what she did at all. But I'm also not going to, I try to understand the factors that played into the situation, and I'm not going to attack the woman, you know, because it's just not my place to attack her. I didn't donate all that much money to her. So my, you know, feelings about it don't really matter too much. But there's other people out there who just never liked her to begin with, okay? And they're just going to hate her no matter what she does. And those people are just going to keep harping on it. And then you have people that really believed in her, and those people are, you know, super disappointed and might be really angry at her. So, you know, you have all different personalities coming into play here. But the problem is she can't control that. She has to accept that she pissed off a lot of people with that shit. This isn't a popular opinion, but my eyes were open about how St. Jude operates, and I think there are better organizations doing more for kids with cancer. You're probably right, Shauna. I think people put way too much high of expectations on people on YouTube. I try not to do that. We are all human beings. Yeah, Ash, that's huge. Like, it's so true, because people do. They put way too much expectations on people on YouTube. You know, it's it's unfair and it's unrealistic sometimes. You know, and I just personally, I know that it got to a point where I was like, damn, Diane's making a lot of money, you know? There's no way that she's giving all that money away, you know? There's just no way. Like, I wouldn't. I'm just being dead honest with you. I wouldn't do it. And call me a fucking selfish asshole then. Go ahead. But I'm just being honest with you guys, you know? I wouldn't be able to fucking give $1,500 to a charity, because I don't have it like that, dude. I'm not rich. You know what I'm saying? We live comfortably, my family. We survive, you know, but we're by no means rich. By no means, you know, we're a middle class, blue collar family here, you know. So to part with $1,500 a month, that would be a lot of money to part with for my family. When I have a kid and I could be, using that money towards my kid or something. You know what I'm saying? Putting it into my house, and it sounds selfish, but all these motherfuckers out here that talk all this shit that they're like, well, I would have donated it. No, you wouldn't have. Get the fuck out of here. No, you would not have. Okay? Get out of here. That's why when this whole thing happened, people like Tiffany and Laura and fucking I'll exclude Molly Golightly from that, okay? Because she does give money away. I will say that. I'll give her that. Even though I can't stand the bitch. I mean, in comparison to what she makes, I think she should probably give some more money away, but she does give money away. I will give her that, okay? She does even in her Patreon, she's giving things away weekly in her Patreon. So I'll take her out of that equation, okay? But does she do it monthly? No. You know what I'm saying? She gives away maybe like $100 or $200 in her Patreon, which is really nothing in comparison, if you think about it, to what she's making just in her Patreon alone. So, I mean, these people are paying $50 a month to be in her Patreon, and then she gives away a $200 gift every month, right? That's that's four people's Patreon. If she has 10 Patreons, she's still making a killing. So it's, you know what I'm saying? It looks like she's really being generous, but at the end of the day, when you really think about it in comparison to what she's making, it's not that much. It's not all that much. And me personally, I'd rather save the $50, like get my own like Birchbox or some shit, fucking whatever. That's just my opinion. But she does give things away, so I can't take that away from her. She does give things away, okay? Laura does it only when she wants something. Laura does these little giveaways. Like she goes to TJ Maxx, she buys cheap makeup at half price, rubs her fingers in it, and fucking gives it away. And the only reason she does those things is because she knows that giveaways help bring more subscribers, So it's whatever. Laura would never, okay, give away the amount of money that Diane probably did give away at one point in time. When she was, pretending to be charitable, $5 of every candle. So she's charging $60 for a candle and then giving away only $5 of it. That's really nothing. That's like her cost to make it. So she's still profiting off of every single one of those candles. So, that's why when those people were being the loudest about it, I was like, all right, get the fuck out of here, dude. I have nothing to say with these people because none of these people give anything to anybody. Laura doesn't, Tiffany doesn't, none of them. Tiffany writes out a fake $1,500 check and gives it to the Summer Wells Fund, but there's no, she refuses to show the evidence after being so hard on all these other people. Come on, that's why I didn't join that fucking battle, dude, because I'm like, these motherfuckers are the biggest hypocrites on the planet. This is not about Kids for St. Jude. This is about egos and, people who hate Diane because Diane called their asses out. That's really what this all comes down to. And was I mad at Diane at the time? I sure as fuck was. She had fucking called me out. She had done a couple of shitty things to me. But you know what? I wasn't about, that's not me. I'm not a tit for tat type of person, all the time. Have I been? Yes. Can I be? Yes. But not all the time, dude. Not in a serious situation like that. I don't feel like what Diane did to me would warrant me continually harassing her, calling up her family members. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever she did to me, she kept it on YouTube. So I'm going to be fair and fight back in the same way. Even when people do go fucking real life on me, I don't get back at them in the same way they got to me. It is what it is. I'm always going to try to be the better person. Not in every situation, but, in that situation, I wasn't about to fucking start harassing this woman and her family. Bye, Shauna. Stop it. Stop. Come here. We got to leave in a couple minutes, like 10 minutes. Come on, here. But I really didn't expect to talk about this for that long. But I just felt like somebody had to say something because, like, she has to really take a good look inside herself and stop. She sounds like when she gets angry about it, She sounds like a spoiled child screaming, like I just think she just never handled the situation right. And I think that's where a lot of people's anger comes from against her. A lot of the anger is just bullshit. Do I believe Mama T Belly's really that upset about this? No, I don't. I think she's fucking trolling everybody. But, Diane has to have some type of understanding of why people are just upset with her. And she has to own it, and deal with it. I miss your lies, boo-boo. Hey, you need to calm down, dude. You're like a crazy head today. Come on. So, anyway. Ow, you little fucker. Oh my God, he just bit he's biting my fat, basically. Oh no. Oh. Anyway. By the way, I just need to let Mama fucking T-Belly know. I guess she's never trained a fucking dog past the fucking 8-week mark where she sells them for profit. But here's how it works. You have to actually train the dog. I mean, Tracy too. She's like, good luck. That dog ain't no sweet little puppy anymore. The honeymoon's over. Tracy, any dog is hard to train, dude. Any dog, any puppy. It's not going to be all fucking sunshine and rainbows. You should know because you kick your fucking dog, okay? Which I don't do personally. I don't fucking kick animals. Come on, buddy. So, but dude, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, okay? Yeah, puppies are fucking adorable and shit. But just like with kids, it's a little hard at times. It can get hard at times too when you're training them. She's like, ha, 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 like laughing because yeah, Tracy, if you pick up a puppy with the expectation of everything going perfectly, you probably shouldn't own a fucking dog because that is just not fucking reality. It's hard work, dude. Just like having a fucking kid, you have to put work into raising an animal, dude, and training it, especially with an animal like mine because I have to be a little extra responsible because Dobermans are aggressive. They can be aggressive. And so you got to put a little extra fucking work into it. The hour or two that I'm on here is not my whole entire day, dude. I know how to train a dog, Tracy. This ain't my first fucking rodeo. So, if the dog's biting me, that's an actual very normal behavior for puppies, okay? 'Cause that's how they play with each other in the pen. They mouth each other. That's how they play. What you have to do is train the dog and teach them what's appropriate to bite and when it's not appropriate to bite. Okay? So, yeah, I have to give them a toy every once in a while and tell them, here, chew on this. Because don't chew on me, don't chew on my pants. This is what you're supposed to chew on. That's why Tracy's dog is like fucking 1 and still chewing her house up. See, my dog, by the time he hit 1, he didn't chew anything up because we taught him the right way to not chew on things. And unlike Tracy, my dog was appropriately trained by a person who used to train police dogs in my area. So, but if you're going into getting a puppy and thinking that it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows and that they're not going to fuck up, then you probably just shouldn't have a dog, honestly. Because, I never bought this dog expecting that he was going to be a fucking angel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I know that puppies are fucking having a drunk friend, okay? Who's pissing all over the place and, being an asshole. That's what it's like to take care of a puppy for the first year of its life. So am I going to get aggravated with it? Yeah, I am at times because that's reality, dude. If you don't get aggravated, God bless you. But, there's times where the biting is going to get on my nerves, and I'm going to yell at him. And if I don't, well, then he's just going to keep fucking biting people. So I have to correct his behavior somehow, Fucking assholes. Mm-hmm. Christy, that's exactly what they need. They need to be taught. I'm not only she don't understand. each breed is different. Okay. So I don't know. She must think that all dogs are the same. But with Dobermans, you definitely have to take extra care into doing certain things for them. Like this is my second one. Snoop was a great dog. I mean, he was annoying, but he was great. At the same time, he was up my ass all the time. But that's just how they are. That's the breed. But there's different factors that go into training a Doberman than go into training her whatever the fuck kind of dog she has. You have to be responsible when you have a dog like I have. So biting is one of the things that you really need to get under control while they're young, because you don't want a full-grown Doberman biting people, dude, because that shit hurts. But she's a fucking know-it-all. Consistency is key. For example, you can't yell at your dog for chewing on your shoes if you give your dog an old slipper to chew on. Yeah, exactly. I need to teach him the difference between biting people and biting things that he's allowed to bite. So she's like, ugh, the honeymoon's over, or whatever the fuck she said. And I'm like, yeah, Tracy, I never went into this thinking that the dog was going to be fucking perfect. Like, you're a moron if you think that. And, she doesn't get aggravated with her dog ever, right? She doesn't kick it. No. Tracy's perfect. She's fucking trained her dog perfectly. The fuck out of here. Like, you have no idea what I do with the other fucking 24 hours of my day when I'm not live. But, okay. The dog also has to learn. This is huge, okay? They have to learn, because I heard, I don't know, one of those fucking idiots are talking about it. The dog has separation anxiety right now. So for the first week, I had the dog on my lap, sitting around with it everywhere with me. Now that he's been at my home for 2 weeks, he needs to start learning that mommy could go away, but mommy's going to come back, still. Because that's also something, especially with Dobermans, again, that is hard to teach them, because they do have a tendency to have a lot of separation anxiety. So the younger I show him that it's okay when mommy puts you here and then mommy's going to come back, the better off I'm going to be in the long run. Then he's not going to be tearing my fucking house up when I'm not home. Because reality is, I can't be with the dog 24/7. Nobody can, I mean, I could spend the most time with him because I'm home, but, he's got to learn that I, have to go away sometimes and I'm going to come back at other times, He needs to learn that now. Like, I don't know. I guess she just doesn't know how to fucking train a dog, though. She doesn't understand the dog's needs, because she's like, the dog, one of them, I forget which one, was like, oh, the dog has separation anxiety. First of all, real separation anxiety, no dog has that. I mean, some dogs do, but, all puppies are going to go through separation anxiety because they're used to being with their moms and their litter mates. And then all of a sudden you take them away from that and they're in a house, and they got to get used to things. Well, he's had 2 weeks to get to know my family and my house, but now he's got to kind of start learning that, he's going to be alone sometimes too. So, and he's been getting a lot better, because the first 2 weeks he was like clung to me. Now he'll lay on the mat or he'll go play somewhere independently, So, I mean, I'm slowly trying to get him like used to like, all right, you can't be on top of me all the time. I was prepared for couches and drywall, getting chewed through with my husky, but I believe they only do that stuff when they are bored or not exercised enough. You got to know your breed. Same thing with Dobermans. You have to play with them, run around with them, keep them entertained, train them. They love to be trained, Dobermans. So, we sit here with the treats and we do sit and, all the little tricks and everything, because they love that. They really enjoy it, but they get bored easily, Dobermans, they do. You have to keep them entertained. So I would never buy a dog thinking that, but he also has to learn that, I can't pay attention to him every second of every day. I have other things to do. So that's all part of training. I mean, if you want to fucking train your dog to think that, it's fucking going to be on top of you 24/7, go for it. But that's not healthy for you or the dog. Wait, whoa. What's going on here? Diane's relationships or married is none of your business. That's why I'm here at all. Wait, what the hell's going on here? I'm like so confused. Hold on. Are you guys like arguing? I'm totally missing something here. Whoa, wait, what is going on here? Why is everybody arguing? Oh, guys, please don't argue. Please don't argue. I don't know who's arguing. I see that people arguing. I don't know what's going on. I'm not really sure, but could we stop arguing, guys? I don't want everybody arguing in here about Diane, okay? Everybody's feelings about Diane are going to be different, you know? And that's we just have to accept that. I didn't mean for this conversation to start people arguing with each other. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not, taking sides, but I just don't want to see people arguing over it because at the end of the day, it's her problem. It's not our problem, and we shouldn't be fighting. I feel like this whole situation caused so much divide within our community just because, it wasn't dealt with right ever. So let's just stop. Let's just stop arguing, please. I don't know anything about, Diane's relationship. I don't care, to be quite honest with you. It's not my business. Whatever her relationship is with her, family, husband, I don't, it's just not my business. All I could judge Diane on is her behavior here. And that's it. And how she's treated people here. I just don't want everybody, I literally don't want people fighting with each other in here. Please. Just please don't do that. I personally care less either way what someone does as long as it doesn't affect me. Like, I'm not sure what just happened, but I'm sure I'll hear about it afterwards. And I'm not, I just don't want to see people arguing because it's not worth it, guys. It really isn't. Whatever it is, it's not worth it. I promise you, it's not. I really don't think it's worth arguing over, whatever it is. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Well, really mats have water in them. They lay on them. Oh, Angel, I've seen those things. I've seen those. I think everybody's emotions are running a little high right now. There's been a lot of arguing, and I really try to stay out of it, unless it affects me personally for the most part. But this, I felt like, affects everybody. There's a lot of people that were, hurt yesterday. Hold on a second. I have to leave my house now, so I can't believe that hour just flew by. There you go, buddy. I gotta lock the door, so wait here. The cup is getting old. Yeah, be careful if you do have a dog today because I know most of the country is, having a heat wave, so don't let your dog stay outside for too long today because some of them, especially like pugs, and is Pugs in here, by the way? If Pugs is in here, check your messages because I saw the cutest video this morning with a bunch of pugs. But oh, there she is. Pugs, check your Facebook messages. But yeah, for dogs, especially breeds like those or breeds like, that have a lot of hair, don't leave them out for too long because it's extremely hot out. You definitely don't want them getting. What are you doing over there, huh? You poopied over there yesterday. Yeah, check your Facebook Messenger because I sent you this really cute video. There was like a little baby crawling, and then all the pugs are following him, the little puppies. Oh my God, they're so cute. They're so, so, so cute. Yeah, but like when I left to bring Jesse to camp this morning, I knew it was going to be fucking hot this morning because it was already in the fucking 90s at fucking, what time was it? Like 9:30. So for it to be that hot, because like here in New York, usually it's pretty cool in the morning still, you know? But when it's 90 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning, you know it's going to be a fucking hot day. Like, oh, no. Where are you going? Come back. Where are you going? Come on. He's going running back inside. We got to go, buddy. You got to get your ears posted. 55, Christy. I'm jealous. That's like, dude, if I could live somewhere where it was just 60 degrees every fucking day, I would be, well, like between 60 and 70, I would be so happy. Because that to me is like, that's perfection right there. Of course, today's the day I have fucking sweatpants on. I had shorts on every day this week. I don't know why I have sweatpants on right now, but it is fucking hot out. Yeah, I need a 50, 55. Not only is it fucking hot here today, it's humid too, which is horrible. I hate the humidity. Today's a day where you just want to like walk around in your fucking bikini. It's so goddamn hot. Actually, today's a day where you just want to stay in your air conditioning and just not even go outside. But yeah, just be careful with keeping your pets outside. And, you know, if you have older relatives, check on them. Years ago, my best friend's dad, I always used to think of him because he had no air conditioning. I don't know how he lived without air conditioning. It was by choice, you know? And every time it would get hot like this, I would always think of him because, you know, he was by himself. You know, the wife passed away, and I just used to think to myself, like, how do people survive without air conditioning? So I always would think of him. Well, sure enough, you know, we had a bad heat wave back in like, I think it was like 2018. And he ended up, thank God, you know, one of our friends went over there and checked on him because he was passed out in his kitchen for like a day during the heat wave. Thank God. Because he would have died. Nobody knew he was down there. You know, my best friend doesn't live here. None of her siblings do. Dude, this shit breaks my fucking heart, man. It does. I'm not gonna lie. Like, to see you guys fighting right now, when everybody used to be, you know, close friends, it really does just fucking break my heart. What do, like, just think about what you guys are fighting over. Is it worth it? I'm not taking sides. I'm just speaking in general terms, like, to everybody. Like, some of this shit just ain't fucking worth it, man. Don't fight. Don't get yourselves worked up and upset over this bullshit. Please. I don't have air conditioner in my house either, except for the bedrooms. Oh my God. We live high up on a hill. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who started it. I'm not saying like that. I'm just saying, just like, whatever it is, like, let's just not argue. Let's just not, please, for the sake of everybody. Agree to disagree. Like the whole like sides thing. I mean, let's just like, we were all on the same side at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? And then it split and it split and it split and it split. It just, I don't know. I guess that's just what happens when you get a bunch of different strong, you know, women with strong personalities in the same place. You know, we're going to have differences of opinion and everything. Sin started it telling people that they can't say. Then when someone tells her to shut up, it's leave Sin alone. Sin leaves. I don't know, Marie. I didn't see how it all started. I don't, you know, I didn't see it. And like, somebody's probably gonna end up getting upset with me about it, but I didn't see it, so I'm just asking. However it started, like, I don't know. Just, it is what it is. Yeah, Marique, you're always sitting here talking shit about me, dude. Like, why are you even in here? Just saying. I see you, Blue. I see you, Blue, in the comments over there on Laura's page and shit. You and fucking, I don't know. I think AKA Capone over here. Marique Capone. Same person, possibly. Ay. Well, I would have to read my chat back later, dude. It's kind of hard to fucking read everything. Clearly, it only scrolls up so much. I tried to scroll up, but it only goes up so much. It doesn't go back. So, like I said, I really don't care who started it. Just I'm asking to please stop. That's all. for me, like, this is listen. I keep my chats open for everybody to come in here. I understand that there's going to be people that don't, get along with one another. Like, I get it, and I'm not mad at anybody. I'm just saying, like, I keep my chats open, but I just don't want people fighting in them. Like, I understand that not everybody's going to get along, but, like, I don't know, take it up in another chat or something. Like, please don't use my chat to fight. That's all. I just try to keep it open because I feel like it's fucking boring when everybody has the same opinion. We're not going to agree on everything. That's just reality. People are not going to fucking agree on everything. We just have to kind of understand that. That's how I feel, Crazy Gemini. I understand I understand. I love both of them, so I don't want to see them fighting. It hurts my heart, like, to see them fighting. It's not worth it. No offense, Marique, but, like, you're definitely a shit stirrer sometimes because I see you talking shit about everybody everywhere. So coming in here and having an opinion, I think that it pisses people off. I don't see anybody that said shut up, but I'm at a red light trying to scroll back through my text, my chat, whatever the fuck. I just feel like when people fight, it makes, like, everybody uncomfortable because, it's like nobody wants to take sides, when it's two people that they care about. Like, that shit is hurtful. It's hard. It just makes everybody uncomfortable. And, like, and then it honestly puts the creators in a weird position too. Just to be dead honest with you guys, like, because I don't know what happened. I don't know how it started. Like, I have to go back and see it, but you know, it just makes me feel awkward, to be quite honest with you. I don't want people, people should be able to share their opinions and not get, attacked. Because, like I said before, everybody's going to have a different opinion about things, especially with this whole situation. Like, I probably shouldn't have brought it up, but I just felt like after yesterday, I keep seeing it, like, this pattern of, people are upset with Diane and, she's very defensive, and I get it, you kind of, like, want to move on from things, but, like, this is just reality of YouTube. Like, people just don't fucking let you move on. They don't, as much as you want to just move past some things and forget that they ever happened, there's always going to be some asshole there to remind you of your shortcomings in life. And it sucks, but you have to kind of expect that, given the whole gravity of the situation. The whole gravity of the whole entire situation of what happened. I mean, you have to kind of expect that. People won't even let you forget the little things that happen here. So when it's something that big, of course they're not going to let you forget it, and you have to expect that, especially when it was just, in my opinion, never fucking dealt with the right way. You know, it's not going to go away. I had this problem in my own family where this whole situation happened, okay? And it was never fucking dealt with the right way. And what that resulted in was 15 years of people holding in their feelings, not saying things, and then it just finally came to a fucking head when my mom got sick. Because it was like, all these years, everybody was like resenting each other, and myself included. I was holding resentment towards people and just trying to get along for the sake of everybody else, my mom and everybody else. And then it finally fucking came to a head where it just got to this point where I can't fucking do this anymore. Okay, for my own fucking sanity, I can't do it anymore. I had enough. Something really serious was going on in my life. My mom was sick, and I was like, I don't need all this added bullshit of, all these other opinions and everything like that when I'm going through something really fucking serious. Not saying that the other situation wasn't serious. It was all serious, but 15 years or 10 years at that point had passed, and there was a lot of resentment building up because it was never fucking dealt with the right way. And so that's going to create resentment and tension just in and of itself, and I feel like it's the same thing with the whole situation here, where it's just like, people have their resentment. And I'm sorry, I can't look at chat right now because I'm driving, but it's the same kind of idea where it's like people are, holding on to this resentment and all this shit, and it's going to come to a fucking head one day unless it's dealt with appropriately. So it's all going to come to a head one day. Everybody's feelings are just raw right now, I think, after yesterday. I think that everybody's feelings are raw. But guys, nobody's opinions are wrong. At the end of the day, everybody's going to think differently about this situation. I'm not going to agree with Ash, or I'm not saying, I'm just picking her out of, I'm not saying we don't agree, Ash. I'm just saying that, me and Ash might not agree on this situation, or, me and Crazy Gemini might not agree on this situation, or me and Alicia might not agree. But, at the end of the day, that's okay. We don't have to agree on every single thing that, that happens here. It's just impossible to think. Can we just pick on Kardashian and MGL? It's funny. That's how I feel, Pug. Sometimes I'm just like, guys, we're fighting the wrong people. Dude, at the end of the day, we're fighting the wrong people. These aren't the people that we should be fighting. The real fucking assholes are, and I think we could all agree on that, no matter where we are. I think we could all agree. Well, except for the people more in MGL's chats, but I'm just saying, most of us in this community you could agree to be, they deserve everything that they fucking get. Do I feel bad that this PI is going after Laura? No. Laura's been fucking taunting this guy. Do I agree with him, what he said? No. He's a fucking asshole too. That's another thing I think people here need to fucking realize. You don't always have to take a side. Because, that guy's a fucking douche and she's a fucking douche, right? They're both douchebags. But they deserve whatever's happening to them, both of them, because they run their fucking mouths nonstop. Laura goes looking for this shit, so do I feel bad? You fucking picked the wrong person, Laura. And like you always say, you don't get to choose how people respond. So you're sitting here accusing this man of being gay, okay, when he very well might not be gay. And when he responds to you, you don't get to pick how he responds. You just don't. You say it all the fucking time. So don't sit there crying victim when you're going around calling this man gay. And he very well may not be gay. I don't know what his sexuality does. And what the fuck does that matter anyway? Who gives a shit what he is? I don't care if he sucks dick. You know what I'm saying? Go suck all the dick you want, dude. Who cares? I don't fucking care. What I don't like about him is his personality that he fucking displays on here. I don't care how much dick he sucks or doesn't suck. Who gives a fuck? Suck all the fucking dicks you want, dude. Just leave families of, victims' families alone. That's all I fucking ask. But you can suck all the cock you want. All right, guys, I have to go because I got to go run into the vet's office. Please try to get along. And if anybody wants to talk, I'm here. So you guys know how to get in touch with me. And that's it. I got to go fucking try to fix my dog's fucked up ears. No, I'm just kidding. His ears are fine. We just got to repost them weekly. But anyway, I hope everybody has a good day, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Oh, she always goes for penis size. That's all she does. She has to emasculate every man that she fucking talks to because she's an asshole. Anyway, bye, guys. Have a good day.